most of it is kind of at a lower level, just because this is constantly coming up with new stuff. It's a little hokey, it's a little cheesy, and we enjoy it, but it's not literature unless there's that. Help me out here. Really good Spider-Man stories that rise above the crowd, like Ultimate Number One. First one.
Wolverine dies.
Craven's last one. I mean, and I'm totally blank. It's one of my favorite Spider-Man stories.
The first 30 issues of Amazing Spider-Man.
You're not talking about anything with McFarlane, right?
I mean,
originally keep you interested, so you would always have like a cliffhanger.
right, and they have those cliffhanger endings, and there are storylines that stand on their own.
Yeah.
The Child Within, that's what it is. It's this great Spider-Man, Green Goblin give and take. It's very intense and it stands on its own. But that's unusual because due to the episodic nature and there's many different artists and writers and editors and viewpoints, you're not going to get a single Spider-Man vision. And when you do, it does stand up and people do look at it and say, this is great. But for the most part, due to that episodic nature and the fact that we've had 40 years of Spider-Man stories, 70 years of Superman stories, in various mediums and various styles and various power and costume changes, some that require you to know the past 60 years of continuity and some that don't. You're going to have stuff that's harder to say, well, this is literature because he's just hitting a space robot for 3 issues. That's not literature.
Let's be fair to the space robot.
But there are other stuff that's closer to a actual novel, beginning, middle, and end. You can have someone say, like, this is all you need, and that rises that material up. But you're right, a lot of it is not very good. But then a lot of prose is not very good. That's 90% rule. Like, it's all going to be crap.
It's also somewhat.
I kind of think of it more like a TV series than literature when it comes to that extent, where it's like The Simpsons overall, you say are great. There are some truly classic episodes, and there are those episodes that you clearly remember, but on the whole, obviously, what I mean? It's like, and I think, and it's weird to say that because, it's like, that seems like I'm taking it away from literature. I promise.
The Simpsons are literature. I'm behind you. The Simpsons are literature.
All right.
To even go to books, I mean, there's the Robert Parker stories, the Spencer novels. I mean, some of those are great, and some of those are, they're Spencer novels. And even the Sherlock Holmes stories, there's ones that stick out as, this is amazing, and there are ones that's like, and Holmes solves it again. Good job. So, you're going to have that, and I think the comics, and certainly superhero and serial comics are handicapped by the need to keep the story continually going, which is why the stuff that you'll see taught in college campuses is stuff that has an ending, stuff that's more self-contained, and stuff that's usually the work of a couple people rather than a dozen over a series of years. So that's part of it, certainly, but not most.
The other definition of what is and is not genre I've also heard is how long has the author been dead? The classic status is generally conferred posthumously. And what was pulp in that time, the penny dreadfuls, the serials that were reprinted in magazines, some of it lasts. A great deal of it didn't. We don't really see it outside of historical collections. The cream rises, as they say, any other cliche you want to pull out. And I think comics is the same thing, although I think you brought up a good point with the limiting factor of having it need to go on in perpetuity. We know Marvel killed Captain America last year. If you haven't heard, Stephen Colbert got his shield, Cap is dead, and everyone shrugged because what are they going to do? Are they really going to let him stay dead? Of course not. He's Captain America. He's got to come back, and that is the difference between I think like a television show with a definite series arc of I'm going to do this in 5 years, your Babylon 5 type program, or we're going to keep going until the ratings just fall apart and and get canceled. So I think we've. Oh, I'm sorry.
I have one more thing.
Oh.
It's like not only do I keep Shakespeare in mind, but I just
dissertation on it. Well, I will be when I get round to it. But I'm writing on him essentially as a genre writer. He wrote these incredibly limited and limiting genres where there are all of these expectations that he had to meet that probably seemed as preposterous to people then as now. Like every sitcom has to have the sofa facing facing the camera, and then the cop show has a car chase and a car blowing up. So he did it too. I don't know his genre necessarily the genre.
I haven't taken my catalog class yet, so don't throw things at me, but is Shakespeare 811 or 820 something? Like it's not under SHA?
No, it's literature, not fiction.
It's literature, and it's very interesting, yeah, and it seems like most libraries...
That's in the Dewey System.
Right,
Oh, all right.
most libraries tend to have graphic novels in their own section, not intermixed. But yet both is in 741.
Yeah.
Depends on where, sometimes it'll be over with Calvin and Hobbes, and then sometimes it'll be in their own section, so it's...
The classification
Yeah,
changes.
yeah,
That's a big debate because some people feel like you ghettoize graphic novels by putting them in one place, and it's like if you like romance or you like horror, like they should be placed throughout the collection. But like Mouse will be in history, but it came from the small collections that were just sequential art, like how to create a comic book, and then when there's been more and more published, it's been added.
I remember there's a big hoodoo with Holly Black's graphic novel coming out, and she demanded that bookstores put it with her Protus, her Spider-Man Chronicles.
We're off the record.
Oh.